Hey, it's Danielle, your favorite business strategist and OBM. If you are looking to structure your business for more freedom and life-work balance, then you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Welcome to the very first episode ever of The Aligned Entrepreneur. I am Danielle Phelps, and this is literally such a blessing to just be here and to be able to share with you guys and to help you to really tap into alignment so that you can have the freedoms that you desire. So a little bit of an introduction. Hi, I'm Danielle. I am a business strategist and OBM. And I got started on this journey, well, I guess, it was way back in 2011-ish. I really wanted to stay home with my children and to be able to make an income too. So I was looking into everything I possibly could to make money from home because it just didn't make sense to have 3 children that I needed in daycare. And, my husband, we were not making it paycheck to paycheck. Okay. He was bringing $14,000 a year home. He was making more than that, but things were coming out of his check from decisions in the past. And so he was bringing home $14,000 a year, and it just wasn't working for us. We wasn't making it paycheck to paycheck. So I had to do something. And so I started my own babysitting business and watched kids in my home and ran it just like it was a preschool. And did all kinds of sorts of things. I got into network marketing, and that's where I learned sales from. But let's skip forward to 2017, and this is where my journey really, truly started to take off. In that moment, I was in a network marketing company. I was really had my investigator hat on, and I was looking at all these top leaders of the industry and what they were doing and how they were becoming so successful. And I really realized, it was their positioning. They were positioning themselves differently than the small man on the totem pole who had just come in the network marketing business. And so I just duplicated. I business hacked what they were doing, saw what they were doing and how they were positioning themselves. And then I went out there and started implementing myself. I positioned myself as that health coach. And I added on one-to-one health coaching services on top of my affiliate products within the network marketing company. And within 3 months, I was making 10K months. And of course, that was the moment that escalated this whole journey that I'm about to talk about. So once I started making those 10K months, my husband was like, oh my gosh, if you can pour some stuff on a spoon and just post about it on social media and make this kind of money. Obviously, there was more to it than that, right? But he's like, if you can do that, then I can absolutely start my own construction business and make a ton more money. And I was like, absolutely you can. And I was just all in. And so that was the moment that we were like, okay, how do we start a business? And so I dove in head first, being the resourceful girl that I am, and we figured it out and we got it started. And then of course, everybody kept watching our life. Like it dramatically changed in an instant, like literally like a snap of a finger. And everybody kept watching and seeing us transition and our lifestyle change. And I was having lunches with him on a regular basis. We were spending all of our time together, dropping the kid off at school and picking him up and all the things. And everything was just hunky-dory. And everybody's like, how? And then we hit 6 figures and everybody's like, how? And I felt that pivot to go from health coaching, which had then escalated into life coaching, because it's so much more than just health. Like there is so much more than to just weight loss. It is really living a holistically healthy, balanced life. And that's where a lot of this comes from too. Like, this is the reason that we started our businesses. It's not just for the money. It's because we wanted our life to look a certain way, right? And that's where the vision comes in. You have to know what you want before you can literally strategically take actions that are going to allow you to have what you want. And so as we started his business, we really got to looking at, okay, how do we want to live more of this life that we actually want to live? What do we want it to look like? And so this is where it really gets into lifestyle monetization. You really get to looking at the life that you want to live and how you can monetize that in multiple ways. And literally, I had a coach one time tell me, like, this is the most wrong thing you can do. And it's not. It really isn't. Multiple income streams is what can get you out of that hole if you truly are living that frugal life. And so you really got to look at the way that you want to live your life and figure out how you want to monetize it. Just like I went on a health journey. In 2017, I was diagnosed with interstitial cystitis, and I wanted to figure out how I could manage that. And I wanted to do it naturally through diet and exercise and things like that and stress management. And so literally that's what got me on that health journey and into health coaching, because I literally was asked when I jumped into that network marketing company with the products that I was going to use. She asked me, do you want to make money along with your journey? And of course I said yes. So literally I dove in head first. I had no clue what I was doing, but I said yes. I said yes to growth. I said yes to creating a better future for myself. And so that was literally that instant that I literally took a jump into monetizing the lifestyle that I was wanting to live and realized that was what was happening. And so when we started my husband's business, of course, same thing. I looked at, okay, how can we structure this business so that we can live more of this life that we're wanting to live? And then we even looked at other sources, and we started breeding Labrador retrievers because we had our labs, and we just wanted to be able to share that with the world and to be able to share that passion of the love of the breed with other people as well. So we just had all this income coming in from different streams at that point. And then I backed off of my health coaching business to help scale my husband's business to 6 figures. But I could feel it inside of me. There was this desire inside of me, and God just calling and telling me it's time to pivot. And so many people were asking questions like, what are you doing? How are you doing it? How did you do this in your business? How did you get his business? How'd you grow his following? How did you do this? How did you scale to 6 figures? And I just realized in that moment, okay, it's time to pivot. And that's exactly what I did. And this is a big part of this journey, you guys, is really being able to have that self-awareness in yourself to be able to feel those callings to pivot. And so I just did. That first year, though, I got to tell you, I didn't feel qualified to be in this industry. I was on the altar all the time and just begging God, like, why? Like, why me? What is it that you see in me to be here and to teach other people? Like, I don't have any business teaching business. But evidently, he believed I did. And so I finally surrendered. And oh my gosh, has it been the greatest experience. And me working with the most phenomenal women on the planet since I shifted and went into business strategy and OBM work. And I did that back in 2020. So it's been a while now. So yeah, that's where our journey began and how I got to be here and how I became the Passion Profit CEO, because there's a lot of meaning to me when it comes to the words Passion Profit CEO. So passion, of course, means Jesus and life and, going through the trials and all the things, but passion is also a love for how we're living our life, because in my own journey, I was depressed. I was going from the bed to the couch and didn't know what to do with my life. And I had my kids, and like the mundaneness of just the day to day, it wasn't enough for me to have the purpose and that just passion that I wanted to have. I wanted to be excited about rolling out of bed in the mornings, and I just wasn't, because I could feel that burning desire inside of myself that was just like, there is more. There's so much more potential in you, and you're not using it. And that's when I realized I'm more than just a mom. Yes, being a mom is number one to me, and I will be here for my kids till my dying breath, and they will be number one. I live that family first lifestyle. But there's that other part of me that makes me a well-rounded human, right? Because I'm a wife as well. But there's this other part of me that is strategy-minded and just loves to work. I'm a workaholic. I love it. But I've also learned how to balance and have self-care. And this is really a holistic health journey that I've been on and that I help my clients to go on, because there's so much more to it to be a fully aligned entrepreneur. Because what I'm creating here are lifestyle entrepreneurs, successful lifestyle entrepreneurs, because we aren't entrepreneurs who go out there and create a corporate company to where we're working 60 plus hours a week and we can never turn business off. Been there, done that, and worked around that to create something else. And this is what I do for my clients, because that's not why we started our businesses in the first place. We started our businesses in the first place because we wanted control over our time. We wanted that time freedom. We wanted flexibility. We wanted to be able to work when we wanted to work, right? And so that's exactly what I did. I learned how to structure business in a way that I could be all I wanted to be, wearing all the hats that I wanted to wear in my life, because I am a well-rounded human and I'm not just the technician that works in the business. I am so many more things, and so are you, my friend. And so whenever we look at structuring your business for time freedom, it really does start with that bigger vision. How is it that you want to live your life on the day-to-day, from month to month and year to year? And you've got to start there and do that deep work of just envisioning it. And that's where the entrepreneur comes in, because the entrepreneur and CEO of the business is the dreamer, the visionary, who really gets to envision the bigger ideas. And then it goes into the manager, and then you have the technician or technicians, okay, who work the business. And so literally that is the hierarchy of how business works, right? But when we come in as a small business owner, we don't always know those things. And so that hierarchy comes from a book called The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. And it's an extraordinary book. And I honestly just came across it recently. But it describes it so well, because it is so true. Like, when we come into business as a small business owner, we come in as the technician generally, because we just don't want that boss hanging over us anymore. And we want that freedom. And that is so, so true. And we know that, the skills and the value that we bring to the table is needed within the industry that we want to be niched in. But whenever it comes to starting our business, we don't realize there are going to be so many hats for us to wear and so many things to do within the business besides just doing the job that we wanted to initially have. And that's where, that manager comes in, because it is about strategy, right? It's about truly structuring the business in a way that you can have all the things that you want to have and get the job done as well too. And so that's what Passion Profit CEO is all about. It's about making wise decisions in your business so that you can live the life that you want to live while also getting paid to do what you love. And so that's what Passion Profit CEO is all about. That's what this Aligned Entrepreneur podcast is all about. On this podcast, I'm going to be teaching you everything that I know, sharing all my own personal insights and all the things, all the strategies and everything that I do to help my clients to have it all, their dream business and their dream life, so that their business supports them having and manifesting the life that they want rapidly. So I hope you stay tuned. When it comes to that first step, though, it's really envisioning what it is that you want your life to look like as a lifestyle entrepreneur. And then it goes down to the lifestyle monetization, really looking at your life and figuring out, okay, how can I monetize this life that I want to live so that I can start living more of this lifestyle now? And once you've done that, it becomes so much easier to figure out what industry you want a business in, and to be able to play around and get some experience with different things and different industries and different things based on how you can monetize the life that you want to live and feel passionate about it. And then once you do that, you really find that area where you want to go, especially if you're listening to those callings and pivoting when you're called to pivot. You're going to find that area of interest that you have where you really want to start a business, an actual legit business in a certain niche, and you want to help other people within that niche by serving in a way that just brings tons of impact and value to the world and changes it in a positive way. And once you have that, then it's time to create and structure that business in a way that you still have all the things that you desire in that life. And that's what we'll get into next. All right, I hope to see you on the next episode. If you like this episode, be sure to share it. Be sure to review the podcast and give us 5 stars. This helps everybody else to find this podcast that needs it. And if you have questions, by all means, jump in the Passion Profit CEO community and ask any questions you have. But ultimately, when it's getting started on this journey, when it's about lifestyle entrepreneurship, the first thing you have to do is envision your future. That is the most crucial step. You got to know what you want out of this life in order to have it. And then you can start looking for ways to monetize that lifestyle in a way that lights you up. All right, I can't wait to hear what lights you up. Come tell me in the Facebook group. And I can't wait to get to know you and your business, if you already have one, and why it lights you up and all the things. And we'll see you in the next episode. Talk soon.